Hello everyone. In our fluid mechanics lecture series, today we are going to study about the fluid kinematics chapter. In same chapter, in previous lectures, we have studied about the uh, continuity equation in Cartesian coordinate system and uh, continuity equation in cylindrical coordinate system. Now we will see the velocity and acceleration calculations in kinematics. Okay. Now here the velocity and acceleration. Okay, generally we know that if a fluid flow through some distance in specific time, and we will take a ratio of distance upon time, we will consider it is a velocity of that fluid flow. Okay, so now in the kinematic study we are only going to study about the velocity and acceleration, but we are not calculating any forces causing that velocity and acceleration or the fluid flow. Okay, now here the velocity and acceleration. Okay, so here we will consider velocity. Capital V is the resultant velocity at any point in the fluid flow, and u, small v and small w are the components of velocity in x, y and z directions. Okay, so here that means the velocity components are the functions of space coordinates and time. So mathematically we will represent that small u is equal to f1 function of x comma y comma z comma t. Small v is equal to f2 function of x comma y comma z comma t. Similarly, small w, that means velocity component in z direction, is the f3 function of x comma y comma z comma t. So by using this one, we will see here the resultant velocity is equal to u multiply with I plus small v multiply with j plus w multiply with k. So here I, j, k are unit vector in x, y and z directions respectively. Similarly, we will find out the resultant velocity is equal to square root of small u square plus small v square plus small w square. So by using that, we will find out the resultant velocity. So this is about the velocity. Now we will see the acceleration. Okay, so to find out the acceleration, we will consider ax is the acceleration in x direction, ay is the acceleration in y direction, and az is the acceleration in z direction. So this is considered the total acceleration in x, y, z direction respectively. Then the chain rule, using the chain rule for the differentiation, we have ax is equal to dy divided by dt. That means derivative of x directional velocity with respect to time. So and we know that u is a function of x, y, z and t. So that's why by using partial derivative equations, we have da by u by da by x multiply with dx by dt plus da by u by da by y multiply with dy by dt plus da by u by da by z multiply with dz by dt plus da by u by da by t. But we know that dx by dt is equal to v, small u, and dy by dt is equal to small v, and dz by dt is equal to w. That means these are the velocity components in x, y and z directions. Okay, now substituting these values in above equation, we will get a of x is equal to du by dt is equal to u multiply with da by u by da by x plus v multiply with da by u by da by y plus w multiply with da by u by da by z plus da by u by da by t. So similarly, a of y is equal to dv by dt is equal to u multiply with da by v by da by x plus v multiply with da by v by da by y plus w multiply with da by v by da by z plus da by v by da by t. So similarly, in z direction, az is equal to dw by dt is equal to u multiply with da by w by da by x plus v multiply with da by w by da by y plus w multiply with da by w by da by z plus da by w by da by t. Okay, now here if you substitute the if we find out the steady flow equations, we know that da by u by da by t, that means any property with respect to time is equal to 0. So that's why da by u by da by t is equal to 0, da by v by da by t is equal to 0, and da by w by da by t is also equal to 0. So substituting this in above equation of ax ay z, we will get here du by dt is equal to u multiply with da by u by da by x plus da by v by da by u by da by y plus w da by u by da by z. And similarly ay is equal to da by dv by dt is equal to u multiply with da by v by da by x plus v multiply with da by v by da by y plus w multiply with da by v by da by z. Az is equal to dw by dt is equal to u multiply with da by w by da by x plus v multiply with da by w by da by y plus w multiply with da by w by da by z. Okay, so similarly with the resultant velocity equation, so here we find out the acceleration vector as capital A is equal to a of x multiply with I plus a of y multiply with j plus az multiply with k, because I, j, k are unit vectors in x, y and z directions respectively. So acceleration vector is equal to square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. So by using this equation we will find out the velocity in x, y, z and total velocity. Similarly the acceleration in x, y and z directions and the total acceleration. Okay, so now we'll see here the velocity potential function. What is it? It is defined as a scalar function of space and time such that its negative derivative with respect to any direction gives the fluid velocity in that direction. It is denoted by the phi, the letter phi. Mathematically, the velocity potential function is the function of phi is the function of x, y, z for steady flow such that. So by using definition we will substitute here small u is equal to minus da by phi by da by x, small v is equal to minus da by phi by da by y, small w is equal to minus da by phi by da by z. So this is about the velocity potential function. Okay, now we will see what is the use of this velocity potential function. We already studied the continued equation in Cartesian coordinate system for steady flow, and it is equal to da by u by da by x plus da by v by da by y plus da by w by da by z is equal to 0. In that we will substitute the value of u, v and w from the velocity potential function. We have da by da by x in bracket minus da by phi by da by x bracket complete plus da by da by y in bracket minus da by phi by da by y bracket complete plus da by z multiply with in bracket minus da by phi by da by z is equal to 0. After removing these brackets we have the equation is da by square phi by da by x square plus da by square phi by da by y square plus da by square phi by da by z square is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the Laplace equation. Okay, so for two dimension case this equation will be represented as da by square phi by da by x square plus da by square phi by da by y square is equal to 0 if any value of phi that satisfies the Laplace equation will correspond to some case of fluid flow. That means if the equation satisfy the velocity potential function in the form of Laplace equation will be satisfied, then we will consider it is a possible case of fluid flow. That means it will be the actual case of fluid flow. Okay. Now next one, similarly the velocity potential function, now we will study about the next function as a stream function. Okay, and it is defined as the scalar function of space and time such that its partial derivative with respect to any direction gives the velocity component at right angles to that direction. Okay, so it is denoted by the letter psi. It is defined only for two-dimensional flow. Mathematically, for the steady flow, it is defined as psi is a function of x comma y such that the partial derivative of, that means da by psi by da by x is equal to v and da by psi by da by y is equal to minus u. Okay, so that means derivative of psi function with respect to any direction gives the velocity in perpendicular direction. Okay, so Now the velocity component in cylindrical polar coordinate system, it is u of r, that means velocity in radial direction is equal to 1 upon r daba psi by daba theta, and u of theta is equal to minus daba psi by daba r, where ur is radial velocity and u theta is equal to tangential velocity. The continued equation for the two-dimensional flow is daba u by daba x plus daba v by daba y is equal to 0. So we have already studied in continued equation. Okay. Now substituting the value of u and v from the stream function, we have the equation as daba by daba x in bracket minus daba psi by daba y plus daba by daba y in bracket daba psi by daba x is equal to 0. After simplification, we have the same equation as minus daba square psi by daba x multiplied with daba y plus daba square psi divided by daba x by daba y is equal to 0. Hence, existence of psi means a possible case of fluid flow. The flow may be rotational or irrotational. So that means if the given equation satisfies the above equation, then we will consider it is a possible case of fluid flow, but it is either the rotational flow or irrotational flow. Now for rotational component, omega z, that means that if you consider about fluid flow will be takes place in x and y directions, then obviously the fluid particle will be rotated about the z axis. So that's why we have rotational component, the omega z is given by 1 by 2 in bracket daba v by daba x minus daba u by daba y. Now we will substitute the psi function in these equations, that means substituting the value of u and v by using psi function or the stream function. So substituting the value of u and v, we have the equation omega z is equal to 1 by 2 in bracket daba square psi by daba x square plus daba square psi by daba y square. Okay, that means for irrotational flow omega z is equal to 0. Hence the equation becomes daba square psi by daba x square plus daba square psi by daba y square is equal to 0. Okay. Now next one, the equipotential line. A line along which the velocity potential function phi is constant is called as equipotential line. So if you consider any line, we have the equipotential line, equipotential value, velocity potential function value is constant, then we will consider it is equipotential line. That means psi phi is equal to constant. So daba psi d psi is equal to 0, but phi is a function of f, function of x comma y for steady flow. So d of psi, d of phi is equal to daba phi by daba x multiply with dx plus daba phi by daba y multiply with dy. After substituting value of velocity potential function, that means u is equal to minus daba phi by daba x and v is equal to minus daba phi daba x. Substituting in this equation, we have the daba phi is equal to minus u dx minus v dy. So that means taking minus sign common, u multiply with dx plus v multiply with dy. So after substituting d psi is equal to constant, that means difference is 0, that means it is a constant, then d psi is equal to 0. Substituting this value in this equation, we have minus in bracket u dx plus v dy is equal to 0, or u dx plus v dy is equal to 0. So dy by dx is equal to minus u by v, that means dy by dx is the slope of equipotential line. So this is about the equipotential line. So now last one, the line of constant stream function. So just equipotential line we have seen, the velocity potential function is constant. So similarly we will find out the line where stream function is constant, that means psi is constant. Okay, so here if d psi is equal to 0, that means it is constant. D psi is equal to daba psi by daba x multiplied with dx plus daba psi by daba y multiplied with dy. So after substituting the value of stream function from the definition, we have daba psi by daba x is equal to v and daba psi by daba y is equal to minus u. After substituting in this equation, we have the daba psi is equal to minus v dx minus d minus u dy. Okay, so for a line of constant stream function, that means substituting taking this equation is equal to 0. So d psi is equal to 0, v dx minus u dy is equal to 0. So dy by dx is equal to v divided by u, but dy by dx is the slope of the streamline. Okay. So that means the equation for the previous equation of equipotential line and the constant stream function, it is clear that product of slope of the equipotential line and the slope of streamline at the point of intersection is equal to minus 1. Okay, so because if you see in previous in this slide, we have the value of dy by dx is equal to minus u by v. Okay, and if you see here, we have the value of constant stream function, it is v by u. That means after taking multiplication of both equations, we are getting at a interaction point this product is equal to minus 1. Thus the equipotential line are the orthogonal to the streamlines at all point of interaction. Okay, so this in this lectures we will study about the how to calculate the velocity, acceleration, velocity potential function, stream function, equipotential line and the constant stream function line. Okay, thank you.